Hi, my name's Edward, and in this video I want to show you a couple of Chrome extensions. So Chrome is a browser, and you'll need to download the browser to use these extensions, and then the extensions allow you to do extra things. I actually found out about these Chrome extensions just this week from one of my students in the graduate school of TESOL. So it's really nice to find new tools and different ways of using the internet. So I just wanted to share these Google Chrome extensions with you. They're very easy to use and they could be very useful in certain situations. Okay, so as I mentioned, you'll need the Chrome browser to do this. And I've just opened up a web page here where you can get Chrome. So if you search on your browser, you might be using Internet Explorer if you're on Windows, or you might be using Safari if you're on a Mac. And you may already have Chrome browser. It is becoming more and more popular now, not like the old days when everybody used Internet Explorer. So you'll need to download the Chrome browser first, and you can get that from here. You can just search download Chrome, and it'll probably be one of the first links there. Okay, so you'll need to get the download for the Chrome browser and install that first in order to use the extensions. Okay, I just want to mention one more browser before we get started. This is Firefox. Firefox is another browser that allows you to add extra things. I think in Firefox they're called add-ons. And Firefox has some really useful add-ons, especially for downloading YouTube videos. So if you have problems downloading YouTube videos, or sometimes the download websites don't work, the Firefox browser has extensions for downloading YouTube videos. Okay, so Firefox is another good browser. But today we're going to focus on Google Chrome extensions. Okay, so the first one I want to show you is called Mercury Reader. So if you want to install this, just search in the Chrome browser. You have to use the Chrome browser, search for Mercury Reader extension, and you should go to a page like this. And then what you'll need to do is you'll need to add the extension here. Now, I've already added the extension, so you can see now it says remove. Okay, so what does this extension do? Well, the main thing this extension does for teachers is it takes an article and clears away all of the adverts and all of the extra things and makes a nice, easy, printable, clean worksheet for you. Okay, so this is Mercury Reader, and I want to show you a couple of examples of that. Okay, so the first one I want to show you is like a news article. I've just gone to a news website. This is a popular British newspaper, and here is a regular news article. Okay, now this has happened to me before, like you find an article that you want, but it has all of these like extra adverts and extra little graphics and things down the side. So if you try to print this page, it's probably not going to come out good. It's going to be a bit cluttered and all over the place. And you can like copy and paste the text and things like that. But yeah, the Mercury Reader extension makes this a lot easier. Okay, so if you've installed the Mercury Reader extension, what will happen now, you will get a little rocket sign over here, and this is the Mercury Reader button that will kind of launch the reader capability. So let's see what happens when we press this. Okay, so it turns on and it kind of loads the page, and notice now the page has turned into this white box. So that's your paper, right? When you print it, this is what it's going to look like. Okay, so let's have a look down now. So that's a lot cleaner, right? You've got the text. Now it does also put the pictures in. So I've tried this on like a blog post, and the issue is there were so many pictures that one blog post was like 20 pages or something. That might not be a problem for you, if printing's not a problem. Or you could do like jigsaw reading, where you give different pages to different people. That might not be a problem, but newspaper articles are better because they have more text and only a few pictures usually. So you do get the pictures in line with the text. And if we have a look down, now you do get kind of like, if there's any text further down, the paper. Now this text here is not actually part of the article. This text is kind of an amendment at the bottom asking for subscribers and support from the Guardian newspaper. So yeah, do take a look, that you do get these extra little things and share your thoughts here. Now, yeah, so just make sure that you understand where the article cuts off. What you might be able to do is, before you print this, okay, so I'll just show you for an example. I'm going to print this page, and this will open up the print dialog. Now, okay, so there you go. That's what it looks like. Nice, clean, simple article. Okay. Now I've got this set to save as PDF. So what will happen now, if I click save, it'll give me the option to save a PDF, and it will save this as a PDF. And then what I would do is open this in a PDF editor or reader. And the one that I have allows you to put boxes, white boxes, over the text that you don't want, over the parts that you don't want. And it also allows you to edit the PDF document. Okay. Now I have, I think, Acrobat Reader Pro, which you have to pay for. So yeah, you might need to look into PDF readers for your system. I believe Windows probably has more options than my MacBook, so it might be easier if you're on Windows. But anyway, you've got a nice, clean, printable worksheet there. All of the adverts and all of the kind of extra things have been taken out, so that would be really useful for doing reading classes. Okay, let's have a look at one more example of this. So the reason why I put this in is actually I wanted to share this website with you, The Times in Plain English. This is a nice website because it gives you news articles, kind of current events, but all of the articles are graded in terms of language. Okay, so if you're teaching kind of intermediate students and they're not quite ready for completely authentic newspaper English, this website might be a little bit better because the language is a bit clearer. Okay, so here we've got here we've got some articles. Let's choose an article. We'll go to this one. Okay, so we've opened up an article here. Now already actually that's quite a clean article, but if you printed it, you might get these extra sidebars in here. Okay, so let's see what happens when we use the Mercury Reader. So again, it's kind of loaded the paper, and now you've got it just all in one, nice, even inlaid photos here. There you go. Yeah, so let's try printing that and see what it looks like. Okay, now this is an issue. You've got the title here, but for some reason the picture's not coming up here and the picture's on the next page. I guess because that picture's so big. Now this is a shame. I've looked around. I couldn't find a way of editing it to kind of giving us options for picture sizes, or it would be nice if it gave us the option to not include the pictures when it uses the Mercury Reader. But that's not such a big issue. You've got the title here and you've got the picture here. So, what you could do is just add the title to the top here or something like that. Okay. Yeah, but as I mentioned, I did try this on a blog post which had lots of photos, and it didn't work so well. Okay, so your experience with this might vary. Okay, but that's Mercury Reader. I want to show you one more Chrome extension that a student introduced to me. So Mercury Reader could be good for reading. This is called Read Aloud. This is another Chrome extension. Again, just search for Read Aloud Chrome extension and you'll find this page, and then you can add the extension. Remember, you have to be in the Chrome browser to do this. Now, this is a text-to-speech voice reader, and it does what you can imagine. It takes the text from a web page and it turns it into audio, spoken, kind of computer-generated recording. It works really well, actually. These text-to-speech generators are getting better. The sound is better. 10, 20 years ago, it used to sound very robotic. But let me show you an example of this. Okay, so I've opened up this is a blog post. Now, these kind of blog posts are quite nice to use in English teaching, things like, places to visit in a city, or, places to eat, or best street food, or something like that. So these kind of blog posts are very kind of chatty, very kind of relevant for lots of different types of students. So I found this one, 10 cool places to visit in Seoul. Now, of course, you could change that to any city you like, or you could change places, that could be cafes or amusement parks or anything, but yeah, there's a lot of these kind of travel blogs now, and I think they're very good for teaching. So let's see what this is like with the Read Aloud. Now again, it's added this small button. It's actually next to the Mercury Reader on my Chrome browser. So let's see what happens when I press this.
10 cool places to visit in Seoul, South Korea, with suggested tours. Ever wonder what to explore in South Korea's capital, Seoul? No worries, as our list of cool places to visit in Seoul will make you excited about going here. Having an interesting tourist destination in a mix of modern and traditional culture, South Korea is indeed a country that anyone in the world would never get tired of exploring.
Okay, so it's still a little bit robotic, it's not perfect, but some of the intonation is quite natural. Some of the words are intoned and pronounced quite well, but there are a few little strange artifacts in there. So, yeah, you may find a good use for this. It might not be suitable for everything, but if you're going to use this article as a reading, having the Chrome browser be able to play it as an audio, that might be a nice way of kind of adding an extra aspect to using the written text. I've just noticed you've got some options here. Aha, right, okay, so you do have different voices. So that might be something good to explore and check out. Some of the voices might be better. I often find the female voices are a little bit better, but you might have a different experience. You've got the speed as well. That might be good for slowing down for lower level students, pitch and volume. Okay, so yeah, those are a couple of Chrome browsers. We just saw Read Aloud, and the first one was Mercury Reader. Okay, there may be more. If you know more, please send me a message and let me know which Chrome extensions that you use. But I hope those are useful, and yeah, surprise your students with something new. Okay, thank you very much.